Substitution reaction. This reaction takes place between an alkane and a halogen in presence of sunlight. Alkanes are also called as paraffins because they are chemically least reactive. Here we have took methane as an alkane and chlorine as a halogen. So now the reaction is between methane and chlorine, that is an alkane and a halogen. So in presence of sunlight. Let us try to understand the structure of methane. The formula of methane is CH4. That means one carbon atom is bonded with 4 hydrogens like this. Now one hydrogen is replaced by one chlorine atom. So instead of hydrogen, here the chlorine atom will replace. So observe here CH4, instead of 4 we have only 3 hydrogens here, CH3. The fourth hydrogen is replaced with chlorine atom. So the reactant becomes CH3Cl, and the displaced hydrogen and the remaining chlorine will form hydrogen chloride. Now in the second stage, this methyl chloride which is formed in the first stage, this reacts with chlorine atom again. So this methyl chloride reacts with chlorine molecule, and here another hydrogen atom will be displaced. Now the reactant will change like this, CH2 Cl2. Already one chlorine is present here. When another hydrogen is replaced, so two chlorines will be in the reactant, CH2 Cl2, and the replaced hydrogen and the remaining chlorine will form hydrogen chloride. Now the newly formed compound is methylene chloride. In the third stage of the reaction, methylene chloride, which is formed in the second stage, participates, and it reacts with chlorine molecule again in presence of sunlight. Now already there are 2 chlorine atoms in methylene chloride. When the third hydrogen is displaced with another chlorine atom, the newly formed compound is CHCl3, and the displaced hydrogen reacts with the remaining chlorine to form hydrogen chloride. So the newly formed compound is called as chloroform, CHCl3. In the fourth stage, this chloroform, which is formed in the third stage, reacts with chlorine molecule again in presence of sunlight. Now the only hydrogen which is present in chloroform will be displaced with another chlorine atom. Now the newly formed compound is CCl4. That means all hydrogens are displaced with chlorine atoms. The newly formed compound is carbon tetrachloride, and this remaining hydrogen, displaced hydrogen and the remaining chlorine will form hydrogen chloride. So like this, the reaction between methane and chlorine takes place in 4 stages.